Hello friends, welcome to SahuStudies. In this video, we are going to discuss about DAX formula engine and DAX storage engine in Power BI. So DAX engine has two distinct engines which works together to process any DAX request. One is formula engine, another is storage engine. Let's discuss about formula engine. So formula engine is really a leader in any DAX query executions. The purpose of this engine is to receive, interpret and execute all DAX requests. Let's discuss about what is a storage engine. A storage engine compresses and encodes raw data and only communicate with formula engine. A storage engine does not understand the DAX language. It stores the data effectively as possible, so when it receives request from formula engine, it can scan the data model and produce the requested data. And one of the key difference between formula engine and the storage engine is that storage engine does not understand DAX query. So let's discuss how these two engines internally works. So let's discuss about how formula engine works. So formula engine does the following things. First, it receives the DAX request, interprets them and execute all the DAX requests. So when we are going to write any DAX, so first it receives by formula engine. That formula engine will interpret and execute all the DAX requested which we are going to request. Second thing it is doing, it processes DAX queries, generates the query plan, which is list of logical steps. So the second step is of formula engine is when it receives the DAX query, it processes the DAX query because formula engine is the only engine which understands the DAX query. It generates a query plan. Query plan is nothing but a logical step. So suppose there is a DAX and there is a lot of logical things which we have written in the form of a language or to perform certain kind of a calculation. So based on the logical step which we have provided in the DAX, formula engine will going to create a query plan out of it. It also works with data cache to send back to the storage engine to evaluate DAX query and return the engine. So once the data cache is generated by the storage engine, it sends back to the formula engine. When it received by the formula engine evaluates the DAX query and returns the result. So let me give you one more statement related to the data cache. So whenever the storage engine receives the query plan from the formula engine, it executes it and it returns a data cache. And once the data cache is generated by the storage engine, it sends back to the formula engine. When it receives by the formula engine evaluates the data DAX query and returns a result. Let's discuss about the storage engine. How a storage engine functions. A storage engine does the following thing. First, it only communicates with the formula engine. So a storage engine will only communicate with the formula engine. It compresses and encodes the raw data. As we know, a storage engine will going to store the data, but the storage will going to happen behind the scene. So whenever there is a storage happen behind the scene, it will going to have two steps. One is the compression step and another is the encoding step. So all the compression and encoding step will going to perform in a storage engine. one of the main disadvantages of a storage engine is it does not understand the DAX language. It's very obvious because a storage engine will not going to process the DAX request. It's only going to store the data, and it in the form of a compression and with the help of a compression and and encoding, and whatever the data formula engine will going to require to process the DAX query, a storage engine will going to provide those in the form of a data cache. It receives the query plan from the formula engine, it executes the query plan, return the result to the data cache. So what it will going to do whenever it receive a query plan from the formula engine? And what is the query plan? Query plan is nothing but it is a list of logical steps which present in the DAX request. So what formula engine will going to do? It will going to execute the query plan and returns the result to a data cache. So data cache has all the data which is required by the formula engine to process that DAX query. There are two types of storage engine based on the type and the connectivity. So whenever we are talking about the storage engine now, it has a two types. One is known as a vertipack, another is known as a direct connection. So vertipack, it is used to store the data in the memory. It connects the Power BI with import mode. So whenever we are talking about the vertipack engine, so vertipack engine stores the data into the data memory of the Power BI. And whenever we are going to make a connection from any data source with the help of an import mode, this import mode, the storage type will be vertipack. Another storage is direct connect. It is used to relay the data directly from the source such as SAP and Azure etc. Suppose there is a requirement that we want to do certain kind of a visualization with the help of a Power BI, but we don't want to store the data into the Power BI. But still we want that Power BI show the visualization based on the need. So with the help of a direct query, we can able to do it. So what direct query will going to do? It will not going to load the data into the Power BI Power BI memory. What it will going to do? It will going to make direct connection with the source such as SAP, Azure or any database, and based on that it will fetch the required data and it will create the visualization as per the need. Thank you. If you like content of my video, then please subscribe my channel, like it, comment on it, and press the bell icon to get notification whenever I add videos.